靚唔靚啊？呢度
好靚啊！好啊！
其實呢間係佢哋第二間嘅吧啦，咁係第一間 Klagenfurt 咧就喺入少少嘅。你今日有冇睇到其他地方？冇啊！我嚟咗睇下，好靚啊！我成日朝早咧會去一個餐啦，咧係就一間餐廳叫萬一我咧
係，你食可以去食早餐？
係啦。
大哥啊，你介紹下呢度啊？呢度邊度嚟㗎？Klagenfurt 嘅市中心。
係啊，類似咯，但係應該係嗰邊先係，嗰邊係有入口呢個。
好啊。
商場嘅。
咁你哋3個少年去邊啊？請問？
去 club。
哇！你哋夠年齡未啊？
係啊，有去食邊？
你好似啱啱落機幾耐啊？
起碼超過14個鐘30。
離開咗香港34個鐘啦，係嘛？
你都係。
跟住就跟阿大佬去揾食啦。哇！不得了啊！我哋嚟呢個 pub。
When we were at that age, yeah, like yeah.
Anyway， 我哋今日嚟探你。
係啦，我唔係好清楚啲 cider 係咪完全 alcohol free，but 應該係，我幫你問一問，跟住講俾你。
好啊，我哋3杯都要 alcohol free 嘅。呢2個係另外嘅，我哋唔識佢。
你哋睇一睇，跟住。
好啊，嗱呢啲老飛嚟嘅，呢個就啱啱入行嘅。以下Fayiyi channel 將交一個時間咧俾年青有為嘅 Woody， 交俾你啦，你有啲特別嘅訪問。
係，so can you do like a brief self introduction first?
Sure. No problem. Hi, Julian is my name. I'm from Galway, which is the west coast of Ireland, and I'm living here in Austria for the last 16 years, where I've been lucky enough to be able to build up a business here.
Okay, so you come from Ireland. So
yeah.
Why would you like to open a business here, and why is that a pub like for your business?
Well, actually, I didn't come here to open a pub. I had been traveling around the world working as a barman, and I found a cheap flight coming here with Ryanair back in the day for €10. So I took a one-way ticket here with €50 in my pocket, and I found a job 3 days later in a local pub, and at the same time I met a girl, a local girl, fell in love, and then realized, okay, how am I going to manage to stay here if I want to keep this relationship? So I decided, why not open up my own place?
That's a really nice story. Think about the prospect of like the pub industry in the future.
Yeah, well, if you asked me that question 1 year ago, I would have had a different answer. But now you're asking me the question now. It has become a situation where we have to diversify, and we actually have to really think outside of the box. Before, we had to open our doors, serve a good product with a smile, and usually bring some good events in, some live music or pub quizzes. But now we really have to think about what's happening next week or next month, what restrictions will come, how can we manage to still make sales, but yet a lot of times only use 50% of our area of the pub. A second part to the answer though, I believe the pub industry has been changed forever now. The way we knew it before is not going to come back. I'm not being negative, I'm being a realist. People have changed their habits now because of being at home so long, finding new ways to socialize with their friends, which is the origin of a pub, is to socialize together. And this has been changed. A lot of businesses are going to close. This is very clear and understandable because the costs of running a pub are very high because of the outgoings. So normally there's only a small amount left of the profit. People have a misconception of the pub business is so much money. It's money in your hand, but it's not money in your bank account. It's a cash flow business, so it comes in large, but it goes out large. And the problem now is with the change in how people come together, sitting closely with each other, talking to a stranger, which used to happen all of the time here. Our bar counter, the reason why we build such a long bar counter, is so people will sit at a bar counter and talk to the person beside them. Now, people feel uncomfortable actually doing this. As I said, patterns and habits have changed, and with this, we have to change also with the industry. Do I have the answer to this change? Not yet.
So what would you do to like adapt to those behavioral or like habit changes from your customers due to COVID or like whatever like behavioral changes?
Well, the question is, if I give you those ideas, will somebody else take them? That's the problem. No, but no. But I can tell you some of the things that we will do. Outside seating has become so important now because fresh air makes people feel safe. Regardless of how close they sit together, when people sit outside, they feel comfortable. So difficult in a country where you have cold winters, but we will try to expand our outdoor seating because tonight, for example, the outside is full, completely full. There's no seat free, and if the outside was double its size, it would also be full. Another thing, for example, is our live music is probably going to be a problem in the future because in autumn they will probably say live music cannot be played during autumn because singers sing loud and corona can be transmitted through the droplets. So one of our plans is we have an extra room in the building. We're going to set up a stage, put the band in the stage, set cameras on the band, have cables coming from that room down to our room, have microphones set up everywhere here, sending a feed back to the band, and also cameras up at the band. So the band will play live in the building, but not in front of the people, and the people will see it on all our TV screens. And with the microphones we put in the customers area, the customer can interact with the band. So we're going to be one of the first to actually do this.
That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, this is one of our areas where, because live music for us as an Irish pub is one of our key business events.
Very good idea. Yeah, so interesting.
You have to find ways around it because if you wait for the customer to just walk in the door in a pub this size or any size pub, you're not going to survive. You need to fight for the customer.
So our last question. Do you agree teenagers like after they graduate from the university and just straight up step into the pub industry? Do you agree with that or no?
Ooh, difficult question. When you say university, do you mean university or do you mean secondary school? Where, what age?
University, like young people.
Yes, but are we speaking 17, 18-year-old or are we talking 21, 22-year-old?
Great job.
Like after graduation, graduation from the university.
Yeah.
And like, do you agree to just straight up step into the pub industry after that?
Actually, I think we have to clear up this question because this is very important. University is the last part of school, yeah? And normally you finish university normally 22 years old, 23, 24. Is this your question?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
to clear on this? Okay. Normally my answer would be no. Because people have put a lot of hard work into university. And I think stepping into this industry, this is a fun industry to come into for the first year or two. You work hard, but normally you party hard also. And it's a very team-orientated job, whereas university, you rely on yourself. You're singular, mostly. And I think people get very attracted to this. And you learn a strong work ethic in this industry because you have to work hard, you have to work fast and under pressure. But I feel if somebody leaves university and steps into the hospitality industry, if that's not what they studied in university, I believe this is a mistake, because when they go to apply for a job in 2 years' time, what company is going to take somebody who, after university, went in a totally different direction for 2 years? I think this would be not the best direction for somebody coming out of university. If somebody was coming out of university and at the end of it, they realize this is not what I want to do, then sure, come into an industry, work in it, use it to travel. This is an amazing opportunity to travel the whole world. If you can work in the bars, you can travel anywhere. But don't get stuck in one place. Either move up or move on. That is my philosophy in this business.
Okay. So would you say like the pub industry is like easier than the artist industry for like business in general, because like demand in Europe is like really high for the pub, because like young people really like to go to the pub for like party or like gathering with their friends. So would you say like is it easier than other industry to like earn money or like to open up a business in the pub industry?
This is one of the easiest questions in the world for me to answer. No, it is not easy to earn money in this industry. Everybody thinks, oh, if I win the lotto, I'm going to open a bar. It's not how it works. As I said at the beginning of this interview, it's got a lot of high costs, a lot of outgoing money, and to match the incoming money is very difficult. The industry is always changing. The competition is, every day is a new cafe or bar opening somewhere, and the trends are always changing. So if you are not able to keep expanding on your customer base, you will be busy only for your first 2 years of opening, and then you're going to start to drop and drop and drop, and the next pub that opens will be the newest one that has all the people. So I think this is actually one of the hardest industries to actually succeed in, and to make a career in it also is very difficult, because it will attack your private life, your family life. It has a very, you need to be very flexible with your hours. It's got unsociable, for a very social job, it's got very unsociable hours to work, because you're in the middle of the party, but you're not part of it. So my recommendation is, if you have a chance to go into another industry, go into another industry. If you think this is something you'd love to do, then sure, why not? Give it a try. Who knows? You might be the next best pub in town.
Okay, so thank you for being our interview.
Pleasure was all mine.
Okay, and like good luck to your business.
Thank you very much. We're going to be, you can come back in 15 years and interview us then. And if we're still standing,
We'll have a different results.
we'll have different, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you. Alles Gute.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Well, then I will actually reply in Irish, so my old mother tongue. Gur mila mahagat, agus fáitiró.
Oh, good. Danke. 謝謝，唔該，多謝，
謝謝。謝謝。
多謝。
多謝。
Yeah, the Cantonese.
Cantonese.
Yeah, of the no, it's a Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong. The
Can you
Hong Kong
repeat it one more
Cantonese.
time?
Okay. 多謝。
多謝. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.